Welcome to Creative Full Time. I'm your host, Allison Mullings, and today I am sitting down to talk to two actors, Bonnie and Robert. They are in the upcoming show Doubt with Wren Theatre. At the time we recorded this, their opening night is tomorrow night. However, if you're watching this, there's 1 weekend left to see this show. It ends October 25th, so hurry up and grab your tickets. It is a very limited run, and it's going to be an amazing show. In this interview, we talk all about the show Doubt, so if you've seen the performance or you're going to see the performance and you want to know more about the actors behind it, you will enjoy this interview. Before we get into this interview, if you could hit that subscribe button, it helps us out so much and it doesn't cost you a damn thing. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me and being on the podcast today. I truly appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. And so you are in the upcoming show Doubt at Wren Theatre. Tell me about the play. For those who don't know, tell me about the play.
Oh.
You want to take the lead, Bonnie?
Okay, I'll try, and then you can.
All right, sure.
Because we might say it from two different points of view.
Yes.
That's true. That's fair.
So Doubt basically is a play that takes place in 1964. There's 4 characters in it that you see and meet. There's myself, Sister Aloysius, who is the principal of the Catholic school where the play takes place. There's Sister James, who's a young teacher there, obviously a nun. And then there's Father Flynn that Robert plays, and he's the priest at this school. And then there's a mother, Mrs. Muller. And basically the idea is Sister Aloysius believes that she thinks that Father Flynn is up to no good. And the play is about whether or not that is true or not. And hence the reason it's called Doubt. It's actually the full title is Doubt, a Parable, by John Patrick Shanley, who also wrote Moonstruck, if you didn't know that.
Yes.
I did not know that. Wow, okay.
And Danny in the Deep Blue Sea and a bunch of other things. Look him up because he's amazing.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That was anything to add, Robert, or did she nail it?
No, that's the most of it. Yeah, it grapples with themes of doubt, obviously, and certainty and tradition. So it's got a lot for kind of a tightly written package. There's a lot to get out of it. So that's what we're having the most fun with it, I think.
Fantastic. And what made each of you want to be a part of this project? What drew you to the characters?
You go ahead first, Robert.
Sure.
Other than a job.
I've worked with Tatum a couple of times at this point, and I really trust her implicitly when it comes to her vision as a director. So I was very excited to get to work with her again. As far as the work itself, it's just a very interesting character to play. Someone who's so sure of his own innocence, being accused of something that he didn't do, or depending how you see it. But I think I brought it up at rehearsal before. I think we've all been in situations where we've been accused of something that we didn't do. Obviously not to this extent, but in whatever way. And to get to play with that and to show what that does to a person inside and all the different negotiations and tactics, the way that we try to navigate that, to bring that to just really greatly written dialogue has been a joy to work with, and of course to work with these spectacular women has been a lot of fun as well.
I'm similar. I've not worked with Tatum before, but I'd seen some of her work and heard about her, and other people that I have worked with were really favorable for her. So definitely to get to work with her, I think she's doing an amazing job. She's always up to something, so she's quite the force, and I love also supporting that, somebody who's just out there doing the work, making things happen. I'm 100% behind them. So when I got the opportunity to audition for this, I have seen Doubt before. I've seen the play a couple of times. Sister Aloysius is probably one of the best roles that I can think of for a woman to play. There's not many of them of this complexity. And so the fact and the chance to get to play her scared the shit out of me. Can I say shit?
Yes, absolutely.
Scared the shit out of me. And at the same time was such an honor to be able to do it and to get the chance to play her. And my whole hope is that I do her some justice, because she is so beautifully written and such an interesting character. And I'm so honored to get the chance to play her. And with the cast that I've got, like, it's so great, because when I look at the people on stage with me, I just think they're so good. So I want to, also, do them justice and get to
Absolutely.
stage with them. And it's fun.
Amazing. And what scared you about the character?
Oh, not to play her just as one note. To try to bring in her humanity, her sense of humor. She actually does really care. So there's a lot of that going on. So hopefully people get to see that part of her, as well as the staunch, very somebody who has opinions. She believes in those. She really thinks she's doing the right thing. She thinks she's doing the right thing for the children. She believes that the church shouldn't be changing, because this is in 1964, and this is right around the time of Vatican II. It was still going on at that time, so the church was really changing. So Sister Aloysius sort of represents the church as it was. Father Flynn represents the church as it's going to become. So writing that thing too. So there's that going on as well. Like at one point he says, "Oh, we should give the kids ice cream," and I'm thinking, ice cream? Like, no, it is a school. And get ice cream at home. And he goes, "What are you talking about? Ice cream?" Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, absolutely. And Robert, any challenges or fears with approaching this character?
I actually haven't seen this play before, or the film adaptation. And as I understand it, the adaptation of the film makes it more evident that something has happened. So the challenge for me is getting around that and giving the audience really something to doubt, to think, oh, well, I could see it from both ways. Or, everyone, I said a while ago, everyone kind of comes in with their own bias, and they're going to throw their weight behind one character or another character, depending on how they see these things. But to plant these little seeds throughout the show that, each of us, as far as like Bonnie and myself, we get chances to really plead our case. We get these scenes where we make it very clear what we think and where our position is. So to work within the frame of that and to get to, I guess, just play, like that's the best word I can say about it. And, manipulate these situations to get people on my side.
Absolutely. And do you find it a benefit not having seen the film or the play before, so you kind of have fresh eyes?
Yeah,
on it?
I think so. Just because, the last show that I did with Tatum was The Elephant Man. So, of course, there's a very famous film adaptation. And I also didn't want to watch that before going in as well, because I think, these films are famous, and people will come in expecting certain things, or not necessarily expecting. But if I have a characteristic, or if I say a line a certain way, it takes people out of it a little bit, because they're like, oh, well, that's the way that so-and-so said it in the movie, or that's the, the attitude that he had in that scene. So, but I mean, from what I understand, it's phenomenal. I'll definitely watch it after we're all done, but I'm not going to watch it. Yeah.
I haven't. I purposely have not gone near seeing. I saw the movie many, many years ago, and there was a play version done in Toronto not long ago, about 3 years ago. I was involved in that, but sort of in there helping them with their videos and stuff. So, but I've tried to, really not think about what anybody else. And the Broadway version of it, I did read a little bit about that, the original one, and what's her name? I'm going to get it wrong, but it's Cherry somebody, I forget. Sorry. She's really, really good. Anyway, what she sort of said, and I'm taking that to heart, is like, you just have to find your own. It's like any play though, really, but you have to find your own Sister Aloysius. So yes, there's somebody else could do it a different way, and good for you. This is my way. This is the only way I can do it. And this is my Sister Aloysius.
Yes, absolutely. I'm the same way when it comes to, like, if there's a movie version of it, I find once I watch it, then that's all that's in my head, and I'm like, I don't want to copy what that person did. And so, yeah, I like going in kind of blind as well, so that there's a little bit more freedom to make your own decisions about things. So I like that. I like that a lot. Do you feel an added pressure of people knowing, like, that the movie version?
Yeah, I have to be honest. Yes, I do. I think I do feel not so much. Well, yes, with the movie version and with the plays, because I know that some people that I know who are coming or who might be in the audience have seen this play done before, so they might have their own ideas of how it should be done, you know. But I sort of have to, again, sort of have to just go, well, yeah, you're right, and this is ours. So enjoy, because it's going to be a great ride. And you might not like it all, but hey, it's still you're going to get a great ride. I'm going to guarantee you that.
Yeah, I agree. It's difficult to shake these things, especially, you know, like, obviously the film adaptation. They're wonderfully accomplished actors that are doing these things and making these decisions when it comes to film adaptations. So it is hard to get around that. You know, like you say, people will come in with certain expectations or certain, you know, they'll say, oh, this is the scene in the movie. I remember this. Oh, well, you know, it's going a little differently. And why are they, you know, speaking, you know, like maybe the cadence isn't as rapid fire, or maybe it is faster. And, you know, so, but that's what's great about theater, I think, is, you know, you can go see Mousetrap or something like that at like 5 different theaters, and yeah, of course the script's the same, but you are going to get a little bit of a different experience each time.
And the fact of the matter is, theater is a different, you know, you can be smaller, you can be more intimate on film, you know, or on stage, so it's going to be different as well, because the mediums are different, so there's that as well.
Yes, absolutely. But I like what you said, Bonnie, of making it yours, and this is my version of it, because that's really the artist's job, and what we should be doing and striving for. But I just saw recently, it reminded me of a post that I saw Broadway had posted, like all the people who have played Persephone in Hadestown, and they're very different people playing the roles, and they're very different costumes as well, and it's just interesting to see everybody's different version of a thing. But it's funny how people do get one view stuck in their head, or one image of a character stuck in their head, and then just like it copy and pasted, where I don't think that's the purpose of theater.
No, exactly.
is it's going to be different, like you said, Robert, at every different theater, depending on who's doing it. So yeah, that's awesome. I really like that. And what do you like about working with this director? Robert, you've worked with them before, and Bonnie, it's your first time, but what do you like about the process?
Tatum is great, because she trusts actors very much. Like, she has a vision of what she wants, and she has such a great eye for set design and things like this. But she's so trusting when it comes to like choices that we're making and things like this. Like, obviously, you know, we get the script ahead of time, and we read it through, and we think of how we want to do certain things, and then when we're up on our feet doing these things, you know, she has an idea of how it would have gone, and maybe we throw a curveball and it's something that she likes. But I don't think she's ever shut down anything that we've tried to do. She'll at least say, well, let's try that. And we'll try it, and maybe sometimes it doesn't make sense physically, or it doesn't make sense for the other characters in this, you know, for whatever reason that it just doesn't work out. But she's never just says no to an actor's suggestion or anything like that. That's something I think is just terrific about working with her.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Her vision is she's got an amazing vision for sets and you know, all of that. And but she does let you try something, and to bring it in, and to sort of go to to let you say, you know, I really like to try this. I don't know if this is working here for me. What about if we try this? What if we do that? Let's do it. And for me, that's the only way you're ever going to find out. Yes, she might have like, no, this is where I want it. This is where you need to walk and everything. And we try that. And then if you come up with something like, what if I did, I'll do that. And, you know, kind of like, almost like improv. I do a lot of improv. It's almost like, yes. And I'm now going to add something to it. And it's yes. Okay. And then sometimes it just may not work. And we go back to sort of another suggestion, or we find something new about it. And everybody is very supportive of that as well. I am not all the other the actors. We support each other. If somebody wants to try something, it's like, yes. Or if it works better for them to do something, it's like, oh, that works for me. I'm fine. Like, let's try that.
It's so fluid too, because I mean, we just had a rehearsal on Tuesday, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
You know, we're opening Friday, and we're still figuring little things out, being like, oh wait, this could actually work better if we do, you know, XYZ. So that's what's great about working with someone who's a great collaborator and who really just, I think, just gets actors and how actors work.
Yeah, because we moved into this space, and the space has like every space has its quirks.
Yeah.
And this one has its quirks. So, you know, we were doing a scene and realized, well, the way it is right now, some of the audience may not be able to appreciate everything that's going on. So maybe we have to move things around a little bit. And we worked on that. And so, as Robert said, that was just yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever it was. So now we get to sort of try it again. And we open tomorrow night, but it's going to work because it actually, you know what? Once we did it, everybody went, oh, well, yes. That works so much better. It worked better for us on stage, and it worked better for those watching. Going, no, that was better for everybody. So, I think it was the right thing to do. I may even bring in something today and ask. So there you go.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna watch out for that.
It won't affect you, Robert. It won't really affect anybody except for me.
Got to keep everybody on their toes.
Oh, don't worry, I've been keeping them on their toes. I never know what I'm going to say. No.
Goes completely off script.
I'm not saying more about it.
I'll save you. I'll bring it back around.
That's too
Yay,
funny.
I'll have your back too.
That's what it's all about. That is awesome. And so what does Tech Week, do you have a preview or rehearsal tonight as well? And then
yes, we're going to be leaving for the theater in a couple hours, and I think we're just going to keep running it. It's Tech Day. It's running it a few times, and we'll be starting as it pertains to sound and lighting changes and cues and things like that. So yeah, it'll be a long day, but we'll all go out for a drink and it'll be fine.
Right. And when did you move into the theater?
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
just Tuesday.
So yeah. Tuesday, and then rehearsals every day since
No,
Tuesday?
we didn't have one yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was our day off, but away we go.
We're there. So we're there
Tuesday
today.
Off today.
So we did it Tuesday, had today off.
And then open tomorrow.
All day tomorrow, today, and whatever we need tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So we do have, I think, we did have one person, my partner, came in on Tuesday. So that was the first audience member that we had.
Oh, nice.
We didn't see the lights and all that just because they weren't there, but he's a musician and he's going off on tour. He leaves today. He gets back the day after we close, so he wasn't going to get to see it. So we had him, and I think we have some people coming in tonight. So it's good that we got people before opening. Mm-hmm. And I know that I know this is going to happen to a lot of people. We ended up talking about it once we got home. Like he left, and then we kept working, and then I saw him later that night. And we probably talked for like an hour and a half about the play. Nobody thought about this, about that, about everything. And he brought up some very interesting things that I had never thought of. And just that's the kind of play this is. This is the kind of play that people will be talking about, if they believe me, they believe Robert's character, they whatever. The reasons they believe it are different too, because I was saying, oh really? Okay, that's cool. I'm not going to change anybody's idea, but that was things that I hadn't even thought of myself. And so because it's just so well written. I have to say, I sent Patrick Shanley a Instagram, a message. I dropped into his Instagram just sort of saying, thanks for writing this part, and I'm getting a chance to do it. And he sent back going, well, I'm sure you'll do it justice and have a great time or something. What a nice
Aw,
guy, eh?
that is so nice.
Yeah.
That is so sweet. And as actors, we all have tool belts full of different tools and techniques and all of those tips and tricks to help you with the character and the project. Do you have a favorite tool in your tool belt that you used for this project?
I think for me, it's just finding the spaces. I was thinking about it before. You always meet people, maybe you're introduced to a new friend group or something like that, and there's one person in the group that just for some reason you're like, I don't like him. And like you can't quite put down what it is. It's a perfectly nice guy, but like there's just something about him. And it's putting myself into the mind, unless I could be that guy, I don't know. But it's putting myself into the mindset of like, how would that guy feel? When like there's scenes, I mean, Bonnie and I really only have one scene before the blow up, and it's just, it's feeling that energy coming from her and trying to suss out like why, like I'm getting a weird vibe from you, being perfectly nice, but for whatever reason, she's just not receptive to it. So it's, I guess, like as far as like a tool, it's figuring out someone else's objective. And that's just fun to do as a character, I think.
Excellent. I love that. If you don't have that person in the friend group, you might be that friend in the friend group.
Oh, no.
And what about you, Bonnie?
There's a few things. I've put a couple of things on my desk that, I was raised and born and raised a Catholic. I went to Catholic schools like up into high school. So I know Catholic schools. I've been taught by nuns. I sort of know nuns in one sense, a little bit. And I understand faith, understand, what the Catholic faith's all about. So when Sister Aloysius is talking about that, so I'm drawing a little bit on my own experience, my own past history. It's about finding, Sister Aloysius in me, and it's not very far. Like I don't have to dig deep. Like if anybody knows me, if there's certain things, it's like, yeah, that's what I had to sort of accept and go, oh, Bonnie, it's not like you're going far to find this person. So it's also just being willing and honest enough to show that side of you, I guess, and to just go, no, she's there. And music, it's just sort of thinking about that and thinking about, I think also, I remember I had an experience when I was in school. I was at Immaculata High School in Ottawa. At the time, it was an all-girls school. And I had to go over into the convent. It was attached, but we never actually went there. And I had to go there for some reason. And I walked in. And I still remember to this day that it felt so sad and bleak. And I hated it. I was scared. I just hated it. And that's the kind of feeling that I'm thinking, like, this is what, I don't know. I walk with that a little bit. As opposed to at St. Pius, where there was priests. You go to the priests, and they had music. They had everything going. They would be drinking wine at dinner. If you'd be invited sometimes to dinner, they're drinking wine. That never happened at the convent. So I think of those things.
Interesting. That's fantastic. And throughout this experience, what's the biggest takeaway from the process so far?
There's a really common scene objective that comes up in auditions, and of course when you're working with the text and stuff like that. And it's get you on my side. And it's very fun to play in something where the other character is just like, under no circumstances am I ever going to be on your side. And all these different avenues that you're going to explore to be like, no, I can I can still do this because I'm sort of this way in my own life. I like to like fix things if there's discord or if there's unhappiness or something like that. I'm like, okay, well let's sort this out. But just someone who is so obstinate and someone who is so diehard and sure in their beliefs, to come up against that and just have nothing work. Where do you go from there? Because there has to be an end point. So not rethinking the scene objective, but just rethinking my reaction to failed attempts, I think is really interesting, and it's something that I can take into other work as well. So I'm pretty happy with where it's at.
Fantastic.
That's a great question. I'm always bad at the takeaway points, even though I ask that of people when I'm doing other work.
You can take away a lovely bonnet.
I can take away that bonnets really are not very attractive. And I don't have to try to play stern, because when I put that bonnet on, I look stern. I guess right now, today, my biggest takeaway point would be to just let go and just be. I mean, it's one that you have to do all the time when you're acting or anything else. It's just like let go, be in the moment, trust, and listen. Like really listen. And sometimes if you're really listening, it's like, yeah, and it gets them. Then the problem with really listening is that sometimes it goes, oh yeah, right. Oh, right. I'm now supposed to say something. It's just really almost first heard it for the first time, or it made you think of something else. And because you're so in the moment that it catches you off guard, it's like, oh, right. But I actually have to say something now. And it has to be the right thing to say. So there's that too. But it is, I think right now, for me, the biggest thing would be just to trust. And I guess that's what it's always about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a never-ending process, that one.
To let go, trust, and know that it's all there and we're going to be in good hands.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Amazing. And so when is this show on? You open tomorrow, the 17th, and it runs until?
The 25th.
The 25th.
25th.
Right. So.
Fantastic. And this is at Wren Theatre. What's the location for Wren Theatre?
So it's the Annex Theatre, which is on Bathurst, at Bathurst and Bloor. It's attached to the Randolph Theatre. So Wren is the name of the theatre company. The Annex Theatre is the physical location that we're at.
Gotcha.
So tickets, you can go to wrentheatre.com. All the ticket information is there. There's various rates for different situations, arts workers, seniors, all kinds of stuff. So
students.
Checking it.
I believe the address is 750 Bathurst Street, which is it's on the west side of the street, South Bloor, north of Harvard.
Yeah, looks like an old church.
Fantastic.
Fitting, yes.
Very fitting. That's fantastic. And before we wrap up, I wanted to ask you, Bonnie, about your chat show. Hold on, let me get this right. Bonnie, I wanted to ask you about Snak the Show.
Oh, yay, yes. Snak the Show. You can visit that at SNAKtheShow.com. I'm one of three co-hosts. My other two are Jorge Molina and Andrea Lyons. Both are also actors, and Jorge's also a writer-director. And we started it during the pandemic because, you had time. And we all sort of believe that there's so much talent in Canada. Actors, directors, writers, musicians, but there's we don't have a lot of places where these people can get highlighted. So we thought we would do a show that we will interview and celebrate Canadian talent. It's called Snak the Show because it's only 4 minutes. So we interview people over Zoom for a half an hour, but then we edit it down to 4 minutes so that you can watch it when you're having your breakfast or whatever, find out about somebody new. And then if you're interested and like them, go for it, we give you all the, where they, all their internet, their website and all that sort of stuff. So you can go down their rabbit hole. And it's been fantastic because I've got to meet and find out about new people that I had no idea about. And we do have so much friggin' talent in this country.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that's why we want to celebrate Canadian talent. So check it
Amazing.
out. Hashtag Canadian talent, Snak the show.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. Definitely going to check that out. That is awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, we have so much Canadian talent, and we need to brag about ourselves more.
We do.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that I didn't cover that you guys wanted to go over, or anything you wanted to expand on before I sign off?
Well, let's mention the other two.
I was just going to say, yeah. I
Excellent.
think it's,
Yes, please.
Why don't you go ahead, Robert, because I'm so good with names.
Absolutely. So, Lizzie, who plays Sister James, is she does this with such sincerity, and we both have scenes that are kind of one-on-one with her, and we both have to deliver dialogue to her that is very crushing, and it just sucks because she's so sweet, and she plays this with such earnestness that, like, you look at her and you know you're hurting this girl. But that's just a testament to, like, how fantastic she is in this role. And there's just such a complexity. I think Sister James is kind of in the same position as the audience, because she doesn't really know which way to get pulled. She has scenes with both of us where we both explain our case and plead our case to her. So I think that's such a terrific part for her to get to play, and I think she's doing a terrific job with it. Jessica's our other actress. She plays Mrs. Muller. She's the mother of Donald, and also has such a complex role. She's only there for one scene, but it's one of the more kind of gut-wrenching scenes in the play. And Jessica comes from a film background. This is her first play, so she's very, very excited to be a part of it. And I think she's doing terrific. She's doing outstanding for having one scene, and to be able to kind of draw all the focus and all the tension from everything that's kind of been leading up to that point, and then have to put it on display like that is such a tough task. And I think she's handling it, with aplomb. And I'm unfortunately I don't really get to act with her. That's the only drawback that I have. I get to walk past her at the door. That's about it. But she does just kind of give me this withering look that charges me up for my next scene with Bonnie. I'm really impressed with both of them and what they're doing with this show.
Oh yeah, it's funny, hearing you say that you feel bad for Sister James. I don't. I'm trying to. It's the kind of thing, like, if you're devastating, no, like, wake up. So there you go. There's a difference right there.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm like, good. You should feel bad.
Never change.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Yeah, and Jesse is doing an amazing job with Mrs. Muller. It's a tough gig, right? You're sitting back there for a lot of the time, and then you come out for this one scene, which is just like a killer scene. And she's great. She's great. So yeah, so it's a pleasure to work with everybody.
That's fantastic.
And then
you said you had a good team, and it sounds like you do have a good team on stage for that trust. And
then we have Marissa.
Oh, of course, yeah, our assistant
yes.
director.
Yes.
Marissa's, I don't think I should. So I work with Marissa's partner. We both work at Medieval Times. We're in the cast there.
No way.
So I've gotten to speak with him and got to know Marissa a little bit. For her age, she's quite young. I mean, I think she's in her early 20s or thereabouts. But she speaks with such authority, and she speaks with such wisdom about scenes and what we're doing in the scenes, and just stagecraft and things like that. She is a wealth of information, and she's so terrific to have.
Yes.
Fantastic. Any other shout outs that you want to give?
Liam, obviously.
You just don't want to leave anybody.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Liam, who is doing our sound. unbelievable.
Oh,
The
nice.
the soundscape he's created. Like, it's unbelievable, and it adds so much, you know. Just hearing it is incredible how that actually adds to when you're walking onto a scene or whatever. So that and he's doing the lighting. We get to see that today. But I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That's everybody.
Fantastic.
Yes, no one left.
And that's everyone. Well, thank you so much again for taking the time out of your days to come chat with me. I truly appreciate it.
Well, we really appreciate you doing it for us and for getting people to know about this show. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already, grab your tickets to see the show before it's gone. And I'll see you in the next interview.